Imagine you've only just come back from school. You drop your bag on the floor and just flop on your bed. Your mind is full of the million tasks that you have to complete today, but all you really want to do is just sleep. Welcome to my life. Hey everyone, I'm Natalia and I'm a 14-year-old student, writer, youth ambassador, and a sister to two of the craziest brothers ever. Anyway, I'm really excited right now because this is my first ever vlog. So if you are watching this, thank you so much. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. We're going to have such a blast. I'm super excited right now even as I'm filming this. So today I thought that we're just going to be really chill, and I thought of just sharing with y'all a small bit of my life, focusing on some of the hardest struggles that I face as a student writer.
It has been a lifetime struggle, a never-ending fight.
I'm pretty sure that some of these struggles it's not just for student writers, it's for students, it's for adults, it's for everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone faces this. So I hope all of you will enjoy this short 15 to 10 minute video. But first, disclaimer alert, this is not a how-to video. I'm not going to be listing all of the steps of how to overcome these obstacles that I will be mentioning, but instead I'll be sharing my journey of how I'm slowly learning how to avoid these pitfalls. So yep, you've heard that right. Even I haven't completely figured it out myself, but through my many experiences, which I will be sharing later on, I'm learning. And besides, learning is technically still a part of my student job scope. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first struggle that I face and still face till this day is none other than our old friend, time management. This isn't just a problem for student writers, it's a common struggle for everyone. Doesn't matter whether you're 5 years old or you're 90 years old, everyone faces this problem of time management. And I'm someone who has to constantly balance my studies, Ascendance work, writing, and me time. You know, people have always asked me, Natalia, how are you even balancing all of that? Or, Natalia, how are you even surviving? I would die if I was you.
I don't know.
And truth be told, I'm still figuring it out myself. Sometimes I wouldn't have any time to study or do anything else because my day is just so full of Ascendance work. And other times, I don't do anything else other than study the whole day. Like, my me time is very limited these days, but I still consider it a very important part of my day, of my life, because without me time, you burn out. And I have experienced that a few times already to know that burning out, it's not fun. Not fun in the slightest. Okay, so the question now is, how do I handle or try to handle this problem? Well, over time, I've been developing a schedule for myself, which actually works really well. Sometimes. So basically what I do is I split my day into different sections, focusing on the different aspects of my life. So in the morning, it's usually school and studies for me. And then after that comes all of the Ascendance work. And then for some reason, my writing brain just switches on at night. Like, I cannot write any other time other than at night. So that's when I usually write. And then lastly, me time is just before I sleep. Maybe I would read a book or just scroll on Instagram for a couple of minutes. So yeah, that's basically roughly what my day looks like. And having a schedule really, really helps me because then I have a plan of what I want to do in a day and not just wander aimlessly throughout the hours. So yeah, that's basically what I do. However, this does not mean that I'm perfect. In fact, I'm far from perfect because sometimes I don't really follow my schedule. Actually, not sometimes. Most of the time, I don't really follow my schedule, mainly because I'm too tired. However, I've learned that to have a schedule means to be disciplined enough to follow it, but also flexible enough to change it. So I am still learning that lesson and slowly coming to terms that I don't always have to follow my schedule, because sometimes maybe I just can't keep to it. Maybe something happened that couldn't be avoided. Life will always get in the way, but what matters is how I respond to it. Okay, so the second struggle that I face as a student writer starts with a capital P and is the root of why I never get anything done. Everyone, let's welcome to the stage procrastination. No joke, this is probably like my biggest nemesis of all time, because I procrastinate like so much in my studies, in doing homework. I even procrastinate in sleep. Like, I don't sleep for 1 hour because why? Because I'm scrolling on Instagram. Like, just why? Just why?
How? 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 I don't know.
So yeah, until now, I still don't know how to really avoid this monster of a struggle. But one thing that sometimes seems to work for me is taking a break. Yes, this might seem a little weird because a lot of people think that procrastination is technically a break, but I'm talking about taking intentional breaks, because procrastination is a break that we don't intend to do. But when I take intentional breaks, then it's almost like it helps to restart my mind and also freshens me up a bit too. So this really works with studying and writing, and there are so many techniques that involve taking intentional breaks, like the Pomodoro or 50-10 technique. I'm pretty sure some of you will have heard of these techniques before. So yeah, when I'm ready to get back to work, then after this intentional break, I feel like I'm fully concentrated again, and at least I can get some stuff done before procrastination bothers me again. So yeah, that's one thing that I do. But another thing that really helps me is doing my task with other people. That means I study with friends, I write along with someone else, and basically I don't do all of my tasks alone, because I'm someone that can get easily distracted if I don't have my full head in the game. So doing it with others helps me to keep my focus. But yeah, procrastination is still a big thing for me. In fact, while writing the script for this vlog, I succumbed to the temptation of Instagram like around 5 times, I think. So yeah, procrastination is, I still haven't really figured it out yet, but learning to do so. Moving on to the final struggle that I face, none other than myself. In other words, self-doubt, overthinking, perfectionism, and being too hard on myself. I was actually a huge overthinker and perfectionist. Like, I would worry about the outcomes of every single action that I took, and if I made even one mistake, I would feel guilty about it and it would ruin my entire day. Like, that's how deep I was. Fast forward 2 to 3 years, I'm now one of the most chill people. Like, sometimes too chill that my friends say it's concerning, but I guess that shows just how much I've changed. So what happened? Simply put, I have my parents and Ascendance to thank for that. They really helped to provide a safe space where I could share my feelings and thoughts, and they slowly guided me through some of my biggest fears, like disappointing others or failure. And truth be told, those fears of failure and expectations, they are still in me. But what I've learned over time is just how not to dwell on it as much as I did last time.
Inner peace.
And As a writer, I used to overthink a lot about whether my art is worth other people's time. Like sometimes I would think stuff like, is this good enough? Will people even enjoy reading it? My writing is really bad. And sometimes those thoughts of, am I good enough, still enter my mind. But like I said, I don't dwell on it as much as I used to because I've learned something incredibly important: how to set end goals. So what I do is I create personal goals to achieve, especially for writing, because then I have like a clear path of where I'm heading. And it also helps to quieten the doubting voices in my head since I'm fully focused on my progress rather than what I haven't done. So yeah, I follow this writing coach on Instagram, and she once posted this line which I really loved. It was, unless you define what you're aiming for, the target will never stop moving. So yeah, those are 3 of my main obstacles that I faced in my life. And I would like to say that I am getting better at handling them. However, I still have a long way to go and lots to learn. But one thing for sure is that there's always going to be something new to learn. And whatever it is, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, especially a bad thing, it's going to be a really exciting experience. So yeah, if you connected to any of the struggles that I mentioned, do drop a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this and what are some of the ways that you face your own personal struggles. So that's all for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, friends.